Classic Game Room is brought to you by Magnum Skywolf. CGR is supported by fans on Patreon. Thank you. Exerion is one of the best games you've never heard of, unless you watch this show or just have really good taste in games. Released in 1983, this is the MSX version of this fantastic Space Invaders Galaga Galaxian style game, where you shoot waves of aliens descending on your awkwardly scrolling planet as you defend the citizens below using your F-14, which means that you're in the zone of danger. I'm in the zone of danger. Doing the dance of safety! That's right, kids. This game is 6 degrees away from Kenny Loggins. Doing the dance of safety in the zone of danger before your breath is forcibly removed by aliens shooting you with lasers. It's a brilliantly simple concept and one that works so incredibly well. Exerion's beauty is that it takes this familiar gameplay style. There's 1,000,001 Space Invaders clones out there from back in the day, but it adds awkward flight controls. Weird-ass aliens, a trippy background, and 2 different weapons. You have a twin shot, which is your standard laser shot that fires slowly, and a machine gun shot, which has limited ammo as indicated by the charge number on the bottom right of the screen. And you fill that by killing aliens. Shinobi fights for the children, but Exerion fights for the trees, which are scrolling by in the background, none too smoothly. The MSX may be good at a lot of things, but smooth scrolling isn't one of them. I do like the music and sound effects quite a bit, and if you have a sharp eye and watched my Sega SC3000 review, you may notice that the Sega version of Exerion is exactly the same as this, which is different than the Famicom version. So yes, you can get Exerion for your Sega SG-1000. And you should, because it's a good game. As you keep playing, the aliens become more aggressive and start shooting at you more. Don't get yourself pinned in the corner. You know what they say. Nobody puts Truxton in a corner. The same can be said for Exerion. It has an X in the title after all. My favorite strategy is to hold back on the machine gun fire until you really need it, and then strafe all the enemies coming down and then pick the rest of them off one at a time. The aliens have defeated me again. Is there no ending to Exerion other than death? No. There's no princess to save, the trees won't thank you, and after a few hours your eyeballs may cease to function. But that's the beauty of Exerion. It's punishing and rewarding at the same time. I haven't seen an F-14 fly this well in space since that one episode of G.I. Joe. And the designers accurately captured that feeling of inertia. That's what gives Exerion its unique feeling. You don't just move left and right instantly. It feels like you're flying a real F-14 in space. You've also got to relax your eyeballs when playing Exerion. If you concentrate too hard, you won't be able to separate the aliens from the background, and the game will rip your retinas out. Let's take a look at the packaging and box art, which is fascinating. I don't think I've ever seen a video game case with a snap on it before. That makes this immediately cool. The title and the graphics are absolutely incredible. There's a spongy interior surface, and this kind of reminds me of one of those old school puffy stickers. Remember those from way back in the day? This is worth owning for the case. Now, I think the Famicom version of Exerion is better, but this one is just different. While I didn't get a chance to review it, I played it, and the Sega SC3000 and SG-1000 version of Exerion is identical to this. Or at least pretty close. The Famicom one is different. The Famicom version is also way cheaper. Love that sound effect, and I like this game. I've also got a classic game room shout out and thank you going to Ahmed from Springfield Gardens, New York, once again. Alpharoid! Exerion is very cool, the MSX is very cool, and thanks to Ahmed, there's loads of super cool MSX reviews coming soon. Did you know there's also a sequel to this game? It's true, Exerion 2. Nobody puts Truxton in a corner. New shirts and glassware now at ClassicGameRoom.com. Don't miss Magnum Skywolf, also on Patreon. Welcome to the club. It's the Lord Carnage Club, where I celebrate these backers on Patreon by shouting their name in a volcano. Introducing Michael Fernandez. Oh yeah! Michael Nelson. Lord Carnage approves. Jim Moriarty. Sergio Matthias. Hergert. Jason from Kamloops, British Columbia. Fizzy. Signal. Al Cyver. Sean Zoltek. I'm just kidding again. Sean Zoltek! Stephen Chucknick from New Jersey. Landon Ellerby. He's the administrator of these credits. Philip Strabenmuller of Vienna, Austria. Woo! Jack Stavros from Australia, home of Mad Max. Ohad Kane. Cue the thunder. Jeff, Captain Dauntless, Briar, Rick DeBarros. Out of sight. Will. Kid Shuriken. Fatality. Ship. Sink bail. That was too evil, wasn't it? Let's try that again. Ship. Sink bail. See you next time on Classic Game Room. Thanks for watching.